This is Villa View. Coming up, fans call for Houlier's head. Hello and welcome to Villa View. I'm Paul Bradley and I'm joined in our Fort Dunlop studios by Greg Evans in for Matt Kendrick. Hi Greg.
Hi Paul.
We're talking about Gerard Houllier today. Lots of pressure on him, some fans calling for him to go. Where does all this stem from the fans' point of view?
Well, it's a very worrying time for Villa at the moment. They've gone from nervously looking over their shoulder to serious relegation candidates. A lot of the fans are blaming Gerard for that. He came in and they had a few bad results and fans were starting to get a little bit worried, starting to think, what was he the right man for the job? Around about Christmas time, or just after Christmas, he started to turn the corner. Brought in Darren Bent, John McCoon. There was a feel-good factor around Villa Park. And that's gradually started to erode away. Just as he was starting to win over the fans, he made the decision to rest a lot of key players at Manchester City, which didn't go down well with the Villa fans, especially those who travelled up to Manchester. Their illusion was that he'd thrown away the FA Cup, which didn't go down well, and results from there have gone pretty bad, which is why fans are starting to call for him.
And you were at that Wolves game at the weekend, and it wasn't just the result, it was the performance that really annoyed fans, wasn't it?
It was a poor performance, to be honest, yeah. Unlike a Villa side, to be honest. You're used to seeing Villa attacking, creating a lot of chances. They didn't create that many chances. Stuart Downey had a lot of the ball, didn't do much with it. Ashley Young had a lot of the ball, the same. He had a couple of good chances, but Darren Bent was very quiet. It was frustrating for the fans. You can understand why they were so angry at the end.
Now, it's all right for fans to call for Houlier's head, and we've seen these banners of us saying we've had enough, Houllier out. But what are the options if that did happen? Say there was a shock decision and Houllier was sacked. Run us through some of the potential candidates. Well,
first of all, you've got to think, is it the right thing to sack Gerard Houllier with so little amount of games remaining? I mean, you've seen it at Roy Hodgson come in at West Bromwich Albion. He said 12 games isn't enough. If Villa were to sack Houllier, he'd probably have half that amount of games, the new person to come in. The options out there, Martin Yole will be popular with Villa fans if he was to come in. Steve McLaren's on the market. Whether Villa fans would like him, remains to be seen. Rafa Benitez is available. He's come and he's done well in the Premier League before. He's got Premier League experience. Sam Allardyce is the bookie's favourite, but would Villa want to see defensive football, long balls, like he's used to doing?
So it's really not that simple, is it? I mean, some people have even suggested maybe even Mark Hughes, who's in a job, but you've got to look at it from the perspective that the new man may not be able to do any better than Houlier's doing now with what he'd be given.
Well, exactly. I mean, Mark Hughes, he seems a popular choice, but I think how long it's going to take to sack Gerard Houllier. Mark Hughes to leave Fulham and then to come in at Villa. Even if he was to come in next week, would he do the job?
If we look at the last caretaker manager at Villa, Kevin MacDonald, his record wasn't that fantastic itself, was it? So that's an example of the danger of what could happen.
Yeah, well, he was a popular choice with the fans. He brought in a lot of the young kids. Some of them have managed to keep their place, like Kieran Clark, Michael Brighton. But yeah, I think he had 8 games in charge. He only won 2. Everton and West Ham on the opening day of the season. He had that 6-0 defeat up at Newcastle. He managed to get a good 1-1 draw away at Rapid Vienna, but then they lost the home leg, crashed out the Europa League. He clearly indicated that he wanted the job, but Villa decided to appoint Gerard Houllier.
OK, Greg, well, thanks for that today. It's Everton and Newcastle up next for Villa, and we'll be bringing you reaction from those games over the next couple of weeks. We'll see you next week for more Villa View.